What's going on, guys? I'm Nathan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do DIY projects, kayak mods, gear and bait reviews, and fishing technique videos. So if you're into that kind of thing, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe if you enjoy the content. Today we're talking about jerk baits. Stick around. Okay guys, so there's a couple things that I pay attention to when I'm purchasing or using a jerkbait. I'm going to start with in the box, at the store, so to speak, and then we'll talk about use and things like that. So when I'm in the store and I'm looking at jerkbaits, there's a couple things that I want to pay attention to. Usually on the box, here on the bottom on this Rapala, it has suspend. Now, I prefer either a suspending or a slow floating jerkbait, and the reason is so I can give it a longer pause. You hear people talk about cadence and everything like that. What they mean by that is how you're working the bait. So if it's jerk, jerk, pause, jerk, jerk, pause, jerk, jerk, pause, that would be a cadence. So I prefer a suspending jerkbait, and it'll say that on the box. Now, the slow floating, as I said, the 6th Sense also has it on the bottom here, slow floating. Now, just keep in mind, make sure you read the box so you know that what you're getting, and you don't buy a jerkbait that isn't slow floating or suspending and you're expecting it to be. All right, so let's talk about the shallow diving. That would be this guy. Now you can tell it's shallow diving by the size of the spoon, what I call it, on the front of, or lip on the front of the jerkbait here. This would be the suspending Rapala. It's a Rapala minnow. Moving on to the 6th Sense, slow floating. It's a medium diver. Again, you can tell by the lip or spoon on the front of the bait. And then you have the deep diver. This is a Rapala. It doesn't have slow floating or floating on the box, and I haven't used it yet, so we'll see on the water. I'll tell you guys what it does, but it is a deep diving, and it says a hard stopping, so that means that when you stop movement, it stops hard. Pretty self-explanatory. Now what I do want to show you guys before we get into gear is this jerkbait right here. This is my dad's. It's an old style jerkbait. It does not suspend. It floats straight to the top. Alright, so let's talk about the gear I'm using. Ratio on the reel. Not really something I pay attention to when it comes to jerkbaits. The main thing you want to do is the rod that you use it on needs to be a medium action rod. Now what that does is that softer tip, it gives that jerkbait some great action, and it is because it has treble hooks on it. You don't need a hard hook set. You just need to kind of lean into the hook set and you got them. Knot, I use the polymer knot when I'm fishing pretty much crankbaits, jerkbaits, stuff like that. That's my polymer knot. Polymer knot is my go-to. Let's talk about how to work it. Now, you can use your arm as like this, bop, bop, or you can use your wrist. It all depends on how hard or how subtle you want your presentation to be. Obviously, the harder you jerk it, the harder it'll stop, especially if it's a hard stopping like this Rapala. Let's see if I missed anything. Line. I fish jerkbaits on fluoro because fluoro sinks. Let's see. Now you can fish it around structure. You can fish them on the bank. Now if I'm fishing the bank with them, I usually use a floating jerk bait so that I know that it's not going to get snagged near the bank, and I can bring it deeper and not have to worry about it. Let's see, I fished my floating or suspending and slow floating around submerged structures, so like treetops, stuff like that. I fish them a little deeper, usually because they are deeper diving than the other ones. But again, you can get suspending, slow floating, and deep diving, medium diving, and shallow. So that's really all I got today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing. We're building a family here. If you're already a subscriber, I really appreciate it. And be sure to go check out Monsterbass. Use the link that I'll leave in the description. They offer some great stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've been wearing the shirt I got, and it's primo. So thanks again, guys. As I always say, you guys have a great day, and let's make the world a better place.